500 is the maddest Lexus since the LFA. It is absolutely stunning to look at. And even though it's not an LFA screaming V10, you get this spine-tingling V8 with a 7,300 RPM redline that just sounds absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, this is absolutely awesome. And even though this car is more tailored for grand touring rather than hot laps, the LC 500 is still a force to be reckoned with. God damn, okay. Alright, we need to slow down. This isn't a car you buy for the stats, the badge, or the price. You buy it because of how it makes you feel. So let's take this for a spin and see if it's actually any fun. At 471 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque, paired to a very, very quick 10-speed automatic transmission. It is smooth and it's very snappy, like surprisingly quick. Okay. Oh my god, I can't get over how crazy this thing sounds. The shifts in this car shifts in about 0.12 seconds, so it's quick. And it also kind of adapts to the way you drive. So if you drive in like normal mode right now and you shift, it's pretty slow. But if you're sending the car and you're in like Sport Plus mode, the shifts are actually very snappy. Okay. This thing is rated for a 4.4 seconds 0 to 60 time. So let's try that out. We're in Sport Plus mode. Give it a bit of brake boost and traction on because we don't want the back spinning out too much. Yeah, this thing is fast and so fun. Of course, you can only get this car in a rear-wheel drive setup, which might not be all that ideal for the snow, but who gives a crap? That's what makes this car fun. There's also an available V6 hybrid engine, and even though that car is very techy and a great car to be honest, it's just not that thrilling like this V8 is. So there's no way anyone should buy this car not in this V8 format. There is an available special edition package with an available Torsen limited slip differential and a speed activated rear wing and some performance dampers, but it is a little bit pricey, and I think if you are just getting this car and you're not really tracking the car that much, I think you're better off saving your money and just get this regular version because it's still extremely capable. You do also get an active sport exhaust and it just sounds so good. Third gear, second gear. God damn. Okay, very torquey as well. Second gear send. Yeah. The power band is very linear. You don't get all that turbo lag from like a turbocharged engine. It is just very raw feeling, and I really appreciate that nowadays. Especially coming from Lexus, which is surprising because they're all about hybrid engines nowadays, hybrid turbos. I really just appreciate just having a raw and naturally aspirated V8. Third gear, second gear, and yeah, this thing is absolutely great. I love how the RPM gauge changes to yellow when you're getting near red line, and the 7,300 red line is insane. Let's try to hit that right now and see if it bounces off the rev limiter. And yeah, the way it bounces off the rev limiter sounds absolutely great too. You do get a drive mode selector. You get your sport mode, sport plus mode, a normal mode, and an eco mode. I don't know how many people are going to drive in that, but it's actually not too bad on field. You get a combined average of 19 miles per gallon, which isn't so bad. And you do get these 6-piston calipers with 2-piece rotors, and it feels pretty good. It's a little bit more on the mushy side, not really like a BMW or like a German car. But again, this vehicle is not made for like hot laps. It's made for just average daily cruising. This is a front midship car, and what that means is you feel like you are in the center of the vehicle. It places you right in the middle, and you feel that immediately when you're piloting this machine through these corners. Even though it's a 2-ton, it actually handles quite well. There's a little bit of body roll and just a little bit of understeer when you're coming out of the corner. But again, it's a rear-wheel drive car. You just step on it and you're just out of the corner real quickly. God damn, the downshift sounds absolutely amazing. And when you're not feeling like you need to drive like a crazy person, just throw it into comfort mode, and this becomes a great daily driver. It's quiet, the valves close up, and the suspension gets a lot softer, steering gets a little bit lighter, and you can just commute in this car every day and be perfectly fine with it. Even though you do get 21-inch wheels, which are quite big, the ride doesn't feel harsh at all. You float over these bumps, and it feels kind of like a luxury car, which it is. It's a Lexus, and that's what it's all about. But when you're bored, get out of traffic, throw it into Sport Plus mode, give it a downshift, 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 and you get this spine-tingling V8 that just puts a smile on your face anytime. You do get this deep roar to it. It doesn't sound as raspy as like an F-Type Jaguar V8, and it doesn't sound as growly as a Mustang V8. And I think out of all of them, this one is my favorite sounding one. God damn, the shifts are so good. I can't get over it. I just recently reviewed the IS500, and even though it's the same engine, the transmission in that car is way slower than this one. This one is so snappy. It is great. I absolutely love the driving position in here too. You feel very surrounded and very driver-centric in this car. All right, you do also get Lexus Safety Systems 2.5. It's not the newest generation, but you do get adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, your blind spot monitors, your rear cross traffic alert. The lane tracing is pretty good. You will have to wiggle the wheel sometimes, but it actually stays pretty centered in the lane, and the radar cruise control is pretty good. So it makes this a great grand touring car where you can just take this across the country, or just you don't really want to drive in traffic. The performance isn't really like BMW M8 or a Porsche 911 Turbo. The LC isn't made for that. It's made more as a cruising car. It's not made for apex hunting and hot laps. It's designed to hurl you down the road in comfort and make you look absolutely damn good while you're doing that. It's Lexus tried and tested, and I really rather love the 5.0 liter unit with not a single turbo in sight. A rare breed nowadays, and there's delicious irony in Lexus, one of the pioneers of mainstream hybrid cars, being one of the final havens for the most old school, charismatic engine possible. Also, for a brand that used to be known for boring cars, has made one of the sexiest cars out there right now. The design speaks for itself. It just looks exotic, sleek, and more expensive than it is. The low bonnet, pinched waist, and brutally wide rear track just gives almost supercar vibes with the LC500. Even the trimming here is designed to incorporate the beauty of Katana. There are 21-inch wheels as standard, and this is by far the best incorporation of the Lexus spindle grille. The Copper Crest color really stands out well, and the exterior is just really nice all around. Let's jump inside. Inside the LC500, we got a mild update. We do have a 12.3-inch screen as standard for the 2024 model. It runs on the new Lexus UI, and you do get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a nice update compared to the old, outdated OS. You also get this 8-inch LFA-inspired meter display. You do get a digital part on the side where you can view a couple things like your G-force meter, your range, your fuel economy, and your gear position, tire pressure. And you can also move the dial. It's a physical gauge, just like the LFA, into the center or to the right. You also get a heads-up display with a tachometer in it. That's pretty cool. The craftsmanship in here is absolutely stunning. I love these semi-aniline leather seats. They feel very nice in here. And you do get suede on the door and kind of this faux suede on the headliner that matches the interior color. I think it looks great in here. It's also very cozy in here, and it feels like the car is hugging you. You do get this handle designed kind of like a C8 Corvette, where it isolates the driver from the passenger. You do get this advanced adaptive climate control, where it adjusts the climate control based on your body temperature. I guess it uses the seats to detect how warm or cold you are. You do get a Mark & Levinson 13 speaker system. Sounds great. And you do get a fairly sized sunroof for a two-door vehicle. You do have a cup holder here that you can close, and if you pull this back, you do get a second cup holder there. And your center console is actually fairly deep, so you can store a couple things in here. You do get a USB-C port and a USB-A port in here. The driving position is great. You sit nice and low, and the vehicle surrounds you completely. So I like the cozy ambiance that this vehicle gives you. You do also get a 360 camera in here. It looks absolutely great. You can also see under the car when you do so. The shifter is kind of like the Prius style shifter, but a little bit bigger, and you push P just to park the car. I do like how you have a bunch of physical knobs, like your climate control, the volume knob is still here, and pretty much everything is still tactile, but you do get a great blend of tech in here. You also get a digital key card for this car, so you don't have to carry your physical key. You can just leave this in your wallet or use the app. All right, let's check out the back seats to this LC 500. I am about 5'8". Getting in is not too hard actually. Let's move the seat back. It does kind of like move back for you, and my head is pressed up against the glass, so it's not entirely comfortable. And now with the seating position where I'd normally drive, my knees are also pressed up against the seat as well. So not the most ideal situation, but if it comes to it, you can fit people back here. Coming to the tailgate, you do have a button to release the trunk, but it doesn't really go up. I wish there was a kick to release sensor, especially at this price point, but that's not too bad. You do get about 5 cubic feet of space back here, enough for 2 carry-on bags. Don't expect too much space. Also, the rear seats do not fold, so you can't even get extra space doing that. No spare tire, but you do get a tire pressure kit here, so it's pretty usable for a 2-door sports car. The LC500 is as striking as anything you could get at a starting price under $100,000. Everything about the LC is bold: the design, the technology, the price point, and it's all backed with this genuinely engaging and pleasantly retro driving experience. This car without a doubt shamelessly favors ride comfort and luxury over performance, which just makes it a great car to drive on a daily basis or on a road trip. If you're in the market for one, I'd recommend it on one condition: that you ignore the hybrid and buy the V8, because the difference in powertrain response, overall performance, and general driving satisfaction is night and day. This is a car that you buy because you appreciate things like the thoughtful design, engineering, craftsmanship, and perhaps most of all, longevity. In a world in which luxury products, and particularly luxury cars, have rapidly become disposable and fleeting, here's one that's designed to last you forever. That is all, guys. Thanks for watching.